out and sleep on the street. After my family kicked me out, I shocked them with a presidential suite. My name is Amber, and I've always been the other daughter. You know, the one who gets mentioned as an afterthought, if at all. Every Saturday, I drag myself to my parents' house for a traditional family dinner. Though lately, I've been finding more and more excuses to skip them. Today was no different. I park my car in front of their modest suburban home. Take a deep breath. Another deep breath. My hands grip the steering wheel so tight my knuckles turn white. Just get it over with, I mutter to myself. The moment I push open the front door, the familiar scene unfolds. My older sister Lisa is already there, of course she is. Her husband Tom stands beside her while their perfect children, Emma and Jack, run wild around the living room. Amber. Mom barely looks up from adjusting her precious flower centerpiece. You finally made it. No hug. No real welcome. Just that tone. That, oh you're here too tone. Hey Mom. Dad. I nod toward my father, who's too busy talking with Tom about some sports game to even acknowledge me. Did you hear about Lisa's parent-teacher conference? Mom immediately launches into sister worship mode. The teacher said Emma is reading 2 grade levels above her age, and Jack's soccer coach thinks he could make the competitive team next year. Lisa beams, soaking up the attention like a sponge. Well, I've been using those special reading cards with Emma every night, and I've dragged Jack to extra practice 3 times a week. I quietly take my seat at the table. My existence barely registers. No one asks about my week, my job, or my life. They never do. What they don't know, what they never bothered to ask, was that 3 months ago, I closed a major project at work that saved our biggest client from disaster. I received a $50,000 bonus, a promotion to senior project manager, and a salary increase that would make Tom's big income look like pocket change. Pass the potatoes, Amber, Lisa says, giving me that look. The one that says, poor Amber, still single, still renting, still a nobody. I pass the potatoes and take a sip of wine. Oh, by the way, Lisa's voice cuts through my thoughts. Did you all hear about the Henderson house? You know, that gorgeous colonial on Maple Street? Mom practically bounces in her seat. The one with the wraparound porch? Yes. Lisa claps her hands like an excited child. Tom and I put in an offer yesterday. The table erupts in chaos. Oh my God. That's the best neighborhood. The school's there. My grandchildren in such a prestigious area. Dad actually puts down his fork. A miracle in itself. That's quite an investment, Tom. Must be what? At least $1 million. Tom puffs up like a peacock. 1.2 actually. But with my new position, I hide my smirk behind my wine glass. What they don't know is that I already own that house. Bought it last week. Cash offer. When do you hear back about the offer? Mom's practically vibrating with excitement. Lisa sighs dramatically. They said by Monday. I'm just so nervous. It would be perfect for us. I take another sip of wine. Monday. Oh yes, Monday will be interesting. Amber, Mom suddenly remembers I exist. Maybe you could visit once they move in. See what's possible if you actually. She waves her hand vaguely. Tar tried harder in life. The table falls into that awkward silence they always get when